Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. This is Matt with Honor Your Health. I hope everyone is having a fantastic week and has a fantastic Friday. It's going to be hot today. Hot, hot, hot. Make sure you are staying hydrated because it is going to be hot here. Today, I want to just take a couple minutes and talk about commitment. I think it's funny when people say they're ready to start a program or they're ready to, even like anything in life, relationships. You talk about wanting to change. You talk about buying a house. You talk about anything. And what is the word, in my opinion, that it takes to do anything like that? Commitment, right? And oftentimes, people, I think personally in our country, people are way too comfortable. Your priorities are all messed up, right? So you are more concerned about keeping up with the Joneses and looking perfect and, um, doing everything to look like, right, to perceive your facade looks like your life is amazing, right? You want to have fun. You want to, and listen, I get it. Having fun is awesome and it's crucial to balance and it's great. But I think that recently we've gotten more into like pleasure and nobody wants to feel any pain. Nobody wants to feel any bit of sacrifice or, um, just any kind of discomfort. Nobody wants to feel that anymore. So, even doing it, like when people start a program, like there are painful moments that you're going to go through, and people don't like to feel like that because we've been so conditioned that everything has to be pleasurable. We've been conditioned that everything has to be, if I don't feel good, then, something's off, or if I don't feel good, which like you should feel good, don't get me wrong, but everyone is so conditioned to like, oh, I deserve that ice cream, or oh, I deserve that donut, or I deserved it, blah blah blah. And like some people literally think they deserve something for like saying hello to somebody or holding a door open. Guys, you don't deserve a reward for doing things that you should be doing. Just saying. Um, that's just my personal opinion, right? So it's just interesting to hear how people think and their mindsets because I personally believe that priorities are key, right? When you prioritize the wrong things, when you're prioritizing your vacation more than you are your health, then I don't know what to tell you. When people always say to me, and this is a bit of projection, but they always say to me, Matt, don't burn out at work. And I'm saying constantly, like, guys, I love what I do. And maybe you need to start looking at yourself and your own commitment to your own life of what you're doing. Because typically, the reason why people burn out is because they are doing too much of the wrong thing, or they are letting too many people suck their energy dry, and you're left burnt out, so to speak, right? Burning the candle at both ends, and you're burnt out and dead, right? So going to commitment, though, I don't think people realize in terms of health, it takes time and it takes commitment and it takes not just commitment of your time, but commitment financially. It takes commitment mentally, right? It takes commitment in terms of food, right? It's an investment. It's not just like oh, I'll do this for 6 months or a year and then call it a day. Health doesn't work like that. Your body doesn't work like that, right? So if there, and again, this is where I go, commitment is something that will happen over time, right? So I believe that as your body begins to heal, right, it's showing you new signs and new signals of healing. As your body begins to heal, it's a new level of commitment each time. You might start off once a week. You might start off whatever it is, right? But that could slow down the healthier you get, right? That also depends on your commitment level. Like I have people that I've been working with for years and they're like, how come I'm in the same place? And I'm like, because you're still not making that little bit of commitment that it takes to get to that next level, right? Which means cutting out the sugar, which means not going out to eat all the time, which means not drinking a lot of alcohol, right? Like you don't want to make those sacrifices or change your lifestyle a little bit to get to that next level. And that's really what it takes is like it's committing, right? And I think a lot of people don't want to commit because they're afraid that they will lose something. We go into that lack mindset, right? As opposed to the abundant mindset, which is I would love to see what it feels like to feel great. I would love to see and look what it feels like to wake up before my alarm clock and feel amazing, right? So um, that is why I believe that commitment, the word commitment, is huge on all fronts and all aspects of life, and it's something that I personally push to clients because it is a commitment and it takes work. And it's not like, oh, I'm feeling better after 2 months, which you might be, right? But your body is going to continue to ebb and flow. And when you, again, this is what happens is that people think to themselves, oh, like I'm starting to feel better, so I've got it. You don't got it because it doesn't. I've been doing this for 14 years and my body, because we're the thing that people need to realize about our planet and our world is that we're constantly now being hit by toxins like literally every day. So you need to make the commitment that you don't know everything, and that's okay, right? I don't know everything. I know what I know, but I also know what I don't know. And it's okay to have a coach. It's okay um, to want to get healthy. And there's also this whole like anti-diet movement that I've been seeing that is a little bit funny to me, right? Hey Amanda. It's a bit funny to me, this whole anti-diet movement, because it's basically people who know that they're not healthy and want to get healthy, but are being patronized and being so to speak, canceled for wanting to get healthy. Guys, there's nothing wrong with somebody wanting to change. There's nothing wrong with anyone, hey Kate, with anyone wanting to get better. And I believe that anybody who's saying, oh, this person is, unhealthy and looking to get healthier, we shouldn't be demonizing them. We should be encouraging them, right? Um, I'm all for if you're happy with your weight and with where you're at in life, that's great, right? Super happy for you. If you're like all about the body positivity, that's great. But this is where I go, don't put someone down who maybe was body positive, but then they realize and look in the mirror and go, yeah, I'm not really like happy with where I'm at anymore. We shouldn't be saying, oh, well, you suck and you shouldn't be wanting to get healthy. Like, why can't you just appreciate your body as is? It's like because people just want to get. There's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve something differently and wanting a better life and wanting to actually be healthy, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't believe that being largely overweight and having a BMI over 30 is healthy. It's not, right? And we need to have these discussions because being heavy is very hard to stay motivated. It's hard to work if you don't have that inspiration to do anything. And it's not a judgment. It's not even an observation. It's a fact, right? I used to be 300 pounds, so it's not like I don't get it, right? I totally understand. It's not easy, right? But don't put someone down who is ready to commit to getting healthy. Don't put someone down who genuinely wants to reverse their condition, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And it's a shame that people want to put people down for wanting to get better and for wanting to get healthier. And that the fact that that's where we're at, this whole like anti-diet thing is like, you can't, I don't think it's right to shame anybody if where they're at is like, if someone came to me and they were like, hey Matt, I know I'm not healthy, but I need help, I'd be like, great, let's do it. But if somebody also said to me, like I've had people shame me for being healthy and being fit. And I'm like, first of all, that's your own insecurity, and that's fine, but that's your insecurity. Um, I'm happy with where I am in life, right? And I feel like people need to stop putting people down, right? We should be lifting people up and pushing people to commit and pushing people to get to the next level in life if that's where they are. This is all about you need to be so in tune with where you are at, and when you're ready to take new levels and go to the next step, right? I'm not going to push you. I'm going to slowly educate you in the direction of health, right? Any good practitioner, in my opinion, and Amanda and Kate, who are here in the chat, will totally, yes, and totally, we are here to help, right? So if it's not me, that's cool. It's all good. But people need to, we need to meet people where they're at. And that's on all facets of life when it comes to anything, right? Meet people where they're at. And if people aren't for you, listen, stop trying to make a square peg go into a round hole. It's never going to work. And you just need to keep pressing forward with your people. Your people will find you. Your people will stick with you. And this is where, again, it comes down to commitment. You need to start making the commitment to health. You need to start making the commitment to health where you're at, not where you want to be. We'll get there, right? But first, you need to admit to where you're at and how you got to where you're at currently. That is the beginning of commitment, in my opinion. This is where you are. How did you get here, right? And realizing and helping people understand it's not going to take it's going to take longer than 6 months, 3 months, a year, right? I'm sure Kate and Amanda can attest to this, that like it doesn't take, it's not a quick fix. This isn't Amazon Prime, like I tell people all the time. This is a process of getting the body healthy. You will have symptoms of detox. You will have all these things happen to you. So it's not always pretty to get there, but when you get to the other side, you start to go, wow, I really do feel incredible, right? I really do feel better than I ever have. And I can attest to that. And some days are better than others, obviously, but when you stay on top of things and when you are not afraid to admit that you need help, that's huge. So start committing to your health on a daily basis. Start committing to just being more loving to each other and being more, realizing that everyone's at a different place in life. Everyone's at a different place in the healing process, and not everyone's where you're at, right? I know, for example, for me, I'm very deep into natural health and into healing the body naturally, right? I'm very deep into that. But when I get a new client, guess what? I have realized over the past couple months that like going to the basics and sticking to the basics and really drilling those into people all the time, that's probably the hardest thing. And that takes commitment. And that is the hardest part to this journey, is sticking to basics and not being fancy, because I think people try to be fancy for no reason and then they lose it, right? So I got to get going because I have a client, but I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Stay committed.